Let's get into some things. Let's get into some things. So, you guys, we discussed this several times as a family. I don't cover what everybody else covers. Like that boy from FaZe that went on and said the N word. If you want to hear additional information on that, go get that shit somewhere else. Today, a boy lost his org and got banned from Twitch for shooting his gun. We don't do that bullshit over here. Go somewhere else for that shit. I like to talk about shit that needs to be talked about but is ignored. I'll repeat it again. I like to talk about shit that needs to be talked about but is ignored. That's what I do. I do not follow trends. Now, family, we have discussed several times about The Last Skywalker. We've discussed it. We discussed this several times. We would think it was a dead horse. But beloved, it's not a dead horse. It's not. And I'm going to show you why it's not a dead horse. Let's follow along, shall we? Star Wars confirms Palpatine was a clone in Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. They decided to put this out here. And the movie came out in December, bitch. This is February. And now you're going to say, oh, that wasn't the real Palpatine. That was a clone. Oh, and this is real. This is not a parody. This is real. This is really fucking real. Let's move along. Star Wars confirms Rey and Ben Solo's kiss wasn't romantic. Yeah. Then what the fuck was it? Let's move right along. Star Wars confirms Rey's father is a failed Palpatine clone. So if you watch the movie, you would find out that Rey's is related to Palpatine because that is her grandfather. Now we just changed the shit up, saying that one of his clones decided to fuck somebody and produced Rey. So she's not even related to the real Palpatine anymore. Palpatine didn't have a son. Okay, he did have a son. And Rey's not his granddaughter. No. It is one of his clones who was doing some fuck shit, produced Rey, which I'm assuming was in a whorehouse. Oh, I'm not done yet. Star Wars The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson admits he didn't care about Star Wars canon in history. Now I have a question, family, ladies and gentlemen of the court. Why the fuck are you gonna do a movie that you don't give a damn about? And why the fuck are you discussing it now? It's already done. It's already done. It's already done. It's done. We already at movie 3. We at movie motherfucking 3. Or 9, whatever you want to talk about. We just finished the fucking trilogy. Now you want to talk? Now you want to talk? Now you want to say Rian Johnson admits he didn't care about Star Wars canon in history? Oh, now, before people start saying, Diva, this could be false. Diva, this could be a troll. Diva. I've also found tweets that they said that there was even a script of Palpatine being a clone. And that Jar Jar Abrams wanted Palpatine to be a clone. Oh yeah, that's there too. That's there too. Just go through the Screen Rant tweets. It's all there, baby. It's all motherfucking there. Now, Why is this all happening? Why is this tea coming out? Well, I'll show you, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars outrage grows after Rise of Skywalker novel reveals truth about Rey's father. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a novel that is coming out. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker was a huge disappointment among film critics, but the negative critical reception to the movie is nothing compared to the reaction greeting Star Wars in the wake of the film's novelization. Because you know how they make a book? The upcoming Rise of Skywalker novel from writer Ray Carson will be available to own starting March 17th, but copies of the book showed up at Chicago's C2E2 convention last week. The novel includes controversial new information that answers questions left by J.J. Abrams. J.J. don't even have questions to answer. J.J. Abrams has his own questions. J.J. Abrams is confused. So someone that has their own questions is someone that's already confused. Who the fuck do you think you are to be making questions? Who the fuck do you think you are to be making questions? But let's continue. The book has made headlines this week for revealing how Palpatine returned. He transferred his conscience into a clone of himself, confirming Rey and Kylo's climatic kiss was not romantic. Then what the fuck was it? Then what was it? A new report from Rant might contain the book's most jaw-dropping and head-scratching revelations. Rey's father was a failed clone of Palpatine's. Why? Because he got a bitch pregnant? Is that why he's failed? Rise of Skywalker ends with Rey discovering she's the granddaughter of Palpatine. The reveal hinted at Palpatine having a lover who gave birth to his child, but the novelization of the film confirms that that's not the case. So then what the fuck was the movie? What the fuck was the movie? Well, what the fuck did people pay and watch? Now, what the fuck was that? What the fuck did people were defending? You know what? You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. After Palpatine's apparent death in Return of the Jedi, he thrusts his conscience into a clone body, but the transfer was imperfect. Various members of the Sith worked to create a host for Palpatine's conscience, but not all of these host bodies were successful. Are you that desperate? Are you that desperate? Are you that desperate? Where the fuck does the novel decide to retcon the fucking movie? Do you know how much of an ass you're making everybody feel right now? You made a goddamn novel that is a legit retcon of the movie that everybody's been defending in the streets. Do you know how many people I've been seeing curse out other people? Do you see how many Christmases were broken over this bullshit? Because people saying like, oh, The Last Skywalker was fucking bullshit. Do you know that families were broken over that bullshit? Then you're gonna go and write a book? You're gonna go write a book, say fuck you to the Reylo fans. Yeah, that's what you did. You said fuck you to them. You said fuck you to the people that defended Palpatine for being alive. And then your dirty, nasty ass said that Rey is a product of a dysfunctional, failed clone. Now, why is he a failure? Is it because he didn't wear a condom? That makes him a fucking failure? I want to know the definition of a failure. So he was a failed clone, but he had sperm? He had juice? He had enough finesse to fuck a bitch and get them pregnant? But he was a failed clone, though. Correct? And what the fuck is this bullshit? Oh, the Siths all gathered around to make sure that Palpatine's conscience went into his body. What the fuck, Dragon Ball Z, are you talking about? Are we talking about the scene with Beerus that everybody held hands while Goku decided to be Super Saiyan God? Is that what the fuck we're talking about? Are we talking about the fucking Who's and in Whoville? We're holding around going, How-dore. What the fuck do you mean a bunch of Sith decided to come together and grab the conscience of Palpatine? Yes, while Palpatine's bitch ass was being fucking thrown He had enough of a finesse and ability to teleport his consciousness while his fucking Padawan just threw his bitch ass. Just threw his bitch ass. With his anger, he was able to be like, you know what? I'm mad as fuck right now, but I'm going to go into one of my clones. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking... So do you really want this franchise to continue or not? What do you want these fans to do? You made a shit movie, and these fans defended it. You're making them look like assholes. Now you wrote a book retconning everything. Now there's a script of them saying about Palpatine actually being a clone. What more of a shitstorm do you want, Disney? Is this why Bob Iger left? Because he's like, oh no, I don't want to deal with this bullshit no more. Oh no, y'all done the fucked up this time. Y'all retconning shit? Y'all retconning shit? No, bitch, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Is that why you left, Mr. Bob? Is that why you left? You couldn't handle the embarrassment of you retconning fucking episode 8? And so then you retcon episode 9 with the book also? And then you got this bitch-ass Ryan Johnson saying, I never gave a fuck? You got this bitch-ass Ryan Johnson that literally said, I didn't give a fuck. Is that why you left? I ain't got nothing else to say. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm done with these hoes.